John Boehner, the crier, has been having mixed review on the airwaves, the internet, all media, and I'm not surprised. Basically, I remember the paradigm shifts that happened in the '60s and the '70s and the '80s. I remember when you had unisex, and I remember when you had big pants and drain pipes and folds and so on. And today, it makes it easier to be kind of lesbian or gay because the unisex thing. I mean, yeah, I saw guys with mirror look in the face on TV shows and all that. So it gradually brought us into where gays is a part of the fabric, and I have no problem with none of that. But then I remember also women were saying that it's okay for a man to cry. It's okay. Strong men cry and so forth. And then they start having Mr. Mom, and the guy would prefer to stay home with the kids and let the wife work and so on. And I knew that this thing is going to lead to a problem because these guys listen to the wives and they want to please the wife so much that they begin to imbibe and sort of capitulate to this feminizing of men. But I know it would lead to where they're going to just abandon them and go for the macho guy. Today you find that there are many women, and these might necessarily, I don't know if big women, but the women around Skid Row, around my level, many of them, if you beat them up big times, they love you to death. But if you treat them nice and open the car door for them and so on, they don't even care about you. They're looking to find the next man in the corner who's going to beat them up and treat them like, call them bitch and so on. So now that the Speaker of the House elect is having his crying fit, it begins to look funny. And yeah, I think it was always a problem. You see, can you imagine in times of stress and times of disasters and so forth, the wife is crying, the husband is crying, the kids are crying. That's a messed up situation. That would lead to catastrophe. On the other hand, if the man was kind of saying like, baby, I understand, it's going to be better, things are going to work out, I know it, just trust me, don't worry to cry, kids, everything's going to be okay, just go to sleep. But they're putting their hands on crying in public and all this stuff. I mean, this paradigm shift, I know it was basically a game to undermine the whole constitution of the family and so on, changing roles around and so forth. Look, roles were dished out because of over time the ancients have realized that some roles are better, here and there. But these modern folks who haven't read history or who don't care about the past, coming up with all kinds of things, trying to reinvent the wheel. You have the women in the Middle East who stay away from public life and from the stresses and the strains of all this kind of thing, fighting with the men and so forth. And women in the West want to applaud them and say, hey, there's a better way out here. Drive your own car, take on the world, give yourself some hell, get PMS and all that. But they know, they said, we went through that. Our women were very powerful. They were the queen and had wars and all that stuff. But you know what? We discovered that women are better suited for certain roles. And so I'm not one who subscribed to that. I mean, look, what I've discovered is this, that you could condition yourself to become soft. I cry a lot of times. Why I cry is because I'm so mad. And if I were only to act out or to do what might be necessary to do, I know it's going to end up very ugly. So I may cry, but don't take my tears for weakness and come playing crazy because I might forget the consequences and let's get done with it, okay? But a man crying in public is a sad day. Yes, those in America who are subscribed to that paradigm shift and believe in that, perception doesn't mean much. It's okay to cry and so on. The rest of the world still believe that, you got to be strong. And as I was trying to say that, you get hit hard, but crying is not going to change it. And as a youth